Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Sox On Tap.
Tony, my first reaction is just, fuck yes, let's go.
Sox versus the Twins. That's where it all starts. It all starts taking care of business in-house in the Central Division.
That's right, I'm a meatball.
You got to bring that top button swag, baby.
It is always great to beat the Cubs.
And I'm a homer, so I always say they're gonna.
Dallas Keuchel Lamson got some beards that you should be afraid of.
What everybody said when he gets out there, it's me versus the other guy, and I'm going to beat him. So I just love that mentality. It's cool and fucking tough.
Steve, would you say that Tony is mad online?
I would definitely say that.
The White Sox winner. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Sox On Tap. I am your boy Buzz, and I'm joined by my dude Jonnie Nani, and we are here to recap a White Sox winner 6-1 over the Toronto Blue Jays. Before we do that, be short. You're going to OnTapSportsNet.com for all your Chicago sports literature and podcasting needs. Following us on Twitter at Sox On Tap, at OnTapSportsNet. Following Jonnie at Nani Johnny, and me at Buzz On Tap. Anywhere you listen to podcasts, you can listen to us. 5-star rating and review because that's cool and tough. Also, if you're in the area of the ballpark and you want the new gear, the new White Sox gear, go to Grandstand. Check them out on socials if you can't get near the ballpark. Check them out on socials at Grandstand Sox or go to grandstandsox.com for all your White Sox apparel needs. Jonnie, victory beers, crack 'em.
Woo!
What a game. What a game, dude.
I love it. Yes, I love it. Hey, I think we need to start off with here. And Steve and Jason said it on the broadcast tonight. And it was that this felt playoff atmosphere like, even though, felt like June out there, but the, kind of complexion of the game, it was October baseball. And that's really what it felt like. So I think it's a big one for us to celebrate here as White Sox fans, because obviously our October was so short-lived last year. It was good to get a taste of that. And I really felt it as well. I don't know about you, man.
Oh, no. See, this is what I was talking about earlier in our group chat when I told you I hated Toronto, and they asked me, like, why do you hate Toronto right now? I was like, because I see them as a potential thorn in our side.
Yeah.
And that's why I don't like them. And, like, I don't care, like, oh, you have to respect the talent. I have to respect shit. I don't like you. I don't want to play you.
Yeah.
I get away from me. Like, that's what I was in my head. So I got home and I rearranged the fucking the letters on my fridge. And it says fuck Toronto. And that's what it'll say all week. My kids can't read yet. I'm not a bad parent yet. So that's where we're at right now, man. But yeah, no, it had big game feel to it, Jonnie. And you know how I know it had that big game feel, dude, is because people were dogging on Los immediately.
Yeah.
Immediately.
Yeah.
They were freaking out. Oh, man. He can't do it against a good team. Oh, man, he's losing it. Like, y'all need to chill. Our man did great tonight.
Yeah, Buzz, there are plenty of performances that we need to get into, not just pitching. They have plenty up and down, and on both sides, to be honest with you, because on the other side of that, Robbie Ray, for the longest time, he really shined through for the Blue Jays as well. So I do, like I said, I am not a fan or anything like that, but I need to give him some props there. We got Tony joining in. What's up, Tony?
Tony?
Yeah, what's going on?
Oh, he just came in on our live. This is great. How was it, buddy? Are you cracking them right now? Yes, he is cracking them right now. That's what is Tony. I'm trying to give you the live commentary.
White Sox winner right there, baby. We're heading out into Lot B.
All right. Did you have fun? You look great. You look real good.
Yes, Tony is smiling. I'm trying to make it down the stairs right now. Gotta concentrate just a little bit.
Okay, well, you concentrate a lot of it, so
you guys don't know what's happening, but White Sox winner right there, baby.
I love it.
Oh yeah, I gotta finish that beer.
Okay, well, you finish your beer. All right, let's get into this shit.
Buzz, what I was saying though is like a lot of performances be committed on both sides of Diamond Night, and I think that, like you had said, the intensity being high, and that was the biggest thing of why people are like saying that, oh, Los can't do this against a team that's like that good or like whatever.
I didn't realize the mic was muted there. Apparently, you got to finish the beer before you go through the gate there. Heading back to Lot B. You guys have a great post-game show. White Sox winner. over the Toronto Blue Jays. Absolutely fantastic night for the White Sox. I love both of you. White Sox World Series champions. I'm going to leave this broadcast. I can't hear anything you guys are saying, but go White Sox.
We love you too, man.
How do I get out of here? I have no idea.
We'll remove you. There we go. Oh, I love it.
So yes,
I love it.
To your point about fucking Tony. Jesus.
I love it. I
love it
love
too.
the
He is
little
so hyped
to jump in. That's great because you get the real energy from the ballpark. And Buzz, I think that kind of wraps up, but it fully embodies our point of what we were talking about this being like playoff atmosphere. Like, obviously, whenever we're out there, we're gonna have a good time no matter what, win or lose. But when one of our guys is out there, Tony's obviously got there tonight with the season ticket plan being restored. He felt that too, and you could tell that in his reaction. And Grant, I mean, there's some Budweisers talking as well, but you know what I'm saying. You get the
absolutely.
vibe, right?
No, absolutely. I mean, he deserves to be out there. He hasn't gotten to hit the ballpark as much as we have this year. So what a game for him to go to. But to your point, you were making before Tony visited us, is people were freaking out about Los. And listen, man, like, am I going to say he's not going to keep this sub fucking 2 ERA all year, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And he's going up against a very talented team, a team that hits the ball, Johnny, a team that is very good offensively. Yeah, and he did well. He held them where they needed to be held. He only let up 1 run. I know he was gone after 5, but dude, he did what he had to do. He was through 50 pitches after 2, Johnny, and he still made it to 5.
And Buzz, I think the biggest thing here is that he ran into at least disturbances in almost every inning that he threw. And he was able to work through them for the most part. And the biggest damage that comes out of that is 1 run. That is what I don't know if you listened to the past episode that me and Tony had here, but I said that the starters are giving you a chance to win 6 out of 7 days of the week for the most part so far in the White Sox 2021 season. And this is that kind of shit today, because obviously he left the ball game, even though he was down 1-0 when he left, and Ray stayed in for the Jays after that. He still gave you a chance to win, and obviously they came back to win this game. So he battled through a lot of that. Some guys getting leadoff doubles in various innings. Obviously the one run that came in the top of the second. But man, I think it was. We talk a lot about Lance Lynn, and my favorite. You know me, I love Lance Lynn, and he'll be going tomorrow, which I can't wait to get to in preview. But we talk about him being the gutsy, the kind of like, really like, hardcore like mentality type of guy. I think Los showed a lot of that tonight, and I was really proud of it. I don't know about you.
No, absolutely. I put up a tweet yesterday because there was no White Sox baseball yesterday. And I was just like, who's your favorite White Sox pitcher on the team? And obviously you came through with Lance Lynn. I picked Rodon. And I mean, this something that dates back to us starting the show in 19 and him getting hurt when he started the season off before he got hurt, if you remember, and all that with his like 11.6 K through 9 that he had going on for a little bit. He gets hurt. He has to get the surgery. It's all gone. He's gone. I love Carlos Rodon. He's got fucking swag. And what I mean by swag is he's got that attitude. When he's rolling, dude, he'll let out a couple of those primal fucking screams. He's got an intensity in his eyes. He's like, I like to call him the silent killer until he gets super, super hyped. And that's what he's been. And tonight showed that. I mean, his composure tonight in a big game like this tells you everything you need to know about Carlos Rodon.
Yeah, Buzz, I love that point that you made. And then you made a point about like, like kind of like the silent killer. And I like that until he lets out like those screams, like it all like, comes to fruition. There's that within his like emotion and his body language. And then there is that within his pitching too, because for the most part, I would say he probably most consistently sits at the 96-ish mark with the fastball, correct?
Yes, usually.
But when he really wants to ramp it up, and he can do that, and you saw it on a couple occasions tonight, he's humming it in 98, 99. He got up to 100 a couple
He got up to
100
tonight.
So, and the thing is, it's not extremely wildly out of control. It is like a sort of like, I know I need to get you, and I'm going to do everything I possibly can because the other pitch that I threw is a wipeout slider. So guess what? Try and hit this cheese upstairs, and it's not going to be 96 this time. It's going to be 100. That's what I love about him.
Yeah, that's a great point, man. I mean, he just, again, I could run down every batter that he went across, but just speaking to what he did and going to your point at the beginning of the episode about that big game feel, that's what this was to us, evidently, and same to Tony walking out of the stadium. it was big game feel because you're going up against a very good team. While they do sit in third place, Johnny, in the AL East, still very early. Okay, they've had a lot of injuries over there. If you go to our series preview article over at ontapsportsnet.com, just go to the injury section for the Toronto Blue Jays. It's fucking sickening. Like it's bad. So, again, I digress. It's just big game feel. Awesome by Los tonight. He comes in 5 innings, 6 hits, 1 run. It's earned. He walked 2. He struck out 8. That's it.
Yeah, absolutely, Buzz. And, the gutsy performance, and he's going to in this one here, obviously. But, I just think that the composure to be able to work through those innings where there were guys on base and being able to only allow the 1 run there. I think that's huge because, not downplaying any of our other starters or anything like that, but some of those other guys, maybe a guy that's not all completely there and dialed in and with the FU mentality, maybe lets up 2 to 3, and you could still win a ball game like that. And obviously if the White Sox had the 8th inning that they did today for one of those, they still would have been able to, but I think that it just kind of speaks to Carlos Rodon here. It's so definitely building on your kind of point that you had said about the, sort of your favorite pitcher in the off day tweet there. So, Buzz, other than that, man, I think, the Andrew Vaughn is what we need to talk about next year, and that is the Vaughn Gone summer. We've been on it ever since this first home run was hit in the major leagues, and man, he adds another one tonight in a huge spot in the bottom of the 7th here. It's 1 out solo shot, man. I love it. Vaughn Gone summer, Andrew Vaughn. This guy is, fuck the minor leagues. He don't need it. He's right here and he's ready to produce. I love it.
Yeah, long gone. I put long gone Vaughn, man. Vaughn homer to right.
Dude, I love it because you can use any variation of that. Vaughn gone summer. I just did that because of the documentary that came out last year, but long gone Vaughn, whatever you want to do. It's all there.
Yeah, it was a great hit, man. He was patient off Robbie Ray there. He fucking takes him to right field, bottom of the 7th inning to tie the game up because the first run for Toronto was in the top of the 7th. Johnny Davis hit a sacrifice fly, which scored Gurriel Jr.
Top of the 2nd, yeah.
Yeah, top of the 2nd. I'm sorry. Yeah. So and then Vaughn comes to the bottom of the 7th, hits the home run, ties the game up, and he comes up again big after that. Johnny, he comes up big again.
Yeah. So Buzz, I kind of want to walk through this because as we're kind of backtracking on this game and doing our little post game report here and kind of recap of how we felt about this during it, because after that home run, that chased Ray from the game. Finally, it was like, holy shit, this guy's finally out here. He's been striking us out on sliders all night.
13 strikeouts. Yeah. Everybody struck out against him, Johnny, except who, Johnny? Tell the people who didn't strike out.
It was Larry Legend, baby.
Legend. I just want to make sure. Okay, go on.
Yeah, he also strung at the first pitch multiple times up, but that's all right. That's a point for a different day. But either way, that would chase Ray from the game, and the White Sox had a chance to add on more because Engel walks after Garcia struck out. Anderson hits a single. You get Madrigal walking, and Moncada coming up in a big spot here, bases loaded, and he strikes out a sinker that he's looking at, and it looks like it's right down the cock, Buzz. What were your thoughts after that one?
I would have been much more comfortable if he was aggressive and swung and missed. I don't know how you feel about that, but am I surprised? No, because Moncada's a very patient hitter. Can I bitch at a guy who's like leading the league in OBP and all that noise? No, I can't really do that. But in a moment like that, when it's crucial to make something happen.
Well, the score is 1-1 at this point, too. And you get the bases loaded, and you're like, let's crack this thing open right now.
Right. Right. That's what I'm thinking is like, okay, you're no all-star shit right now, MVP shit right now, and he just took it right down the middle. I'm like, motherfucker, man. Like I said, I would have been all right if he swung and missed. I would have had like more acceptance of what just happened. But when he didn't swing, I was just like, God damn it, you're just being too patient. But I still felt confident. I still felt confident the Sox were going to win. But, yeah, that was a moment that pissed me off a little bit.
I think the reason I was as confident as I was is because we got to the bullpen, and you knew that it was not going to be just there where they were there. They were going to have to go to multiple more guys in this game, and that's what they had to do because the White Sox do get to the bottom of the 8th, and that's where this episode title comes from, Buzz. Do you like it? Elite 8th?
I love the Elite 8th. I'm a college basketball nut, too. So this is fucking fantastic. Fantastic.
It was the Elite Eighth, Buzz. Let's talk about what happened here. So, Bray, you get started, MVP with the leadoff single. Yerman Mercedes coming through. Hey, man, it's been a cold stretch outside of that walk-off that he had this past Friday night, but he gets a single as well. Grandal walks. I know a lot of people were concerned about Tony possibly having him bunt. That wasn't the case. Scheduled Yasmani Grandal walk. Shout out Yasmani Grandai on Twitter for that video. And then after that, Vaughn, like you had mentioned here, coming up, sack fly. This would eventually be the game-winning run. Sox wouldn't be done there, though, Buzz, because after that, we get Thornton out and Carl Edwards Jr. in the game. Always nice to beat up on a former Cub a little bit. I was just kind of associate him with that since where his first action taste of the big leagues came in. Eaton, pinch hit here, spot. A lot of people doubting him, too. What value does Eaton add here? Buzz, I just want to talk about this really quick because it was Adam Engel's spot in the order. And with Adam Eaton being the one to pinch hit there, first of all, you are playing the better handedness matchup. Carl Edwards Jr. is a righty. Adam Eaton is a lefty. You're playing the better handedness matchup first and foremost. And second of all, Eaton comes through and makes Tony La Russa look good in this spot with the RBI single. So I don't know if you had any thoughts on this one here, but I did not mind the handedness matchup. I know that some people I guess Jake Lamb is probably the other guy that people would have been asking
That's
for
who I thought it was going to be, Johnny. I thought it was going to be him because they've been talking about how Eaton's been a little banged up here and there. And you guys talked about it on yesterday's show Monday. No, Sunday.
Yeah.
It's a Sunday. Sorry. Sunday's show, the Sunday Fun Day, about him being a little beat up and missing some time here and there and getting some off days and whatnot, and something that we've talked about too. So when he came in, I'm not gonna lie to you, I had that shit lined up, Johnny. I had the tweet fucking ready. I was just like, why Eaton? Why? And then all of a sudden he hits, he gets that little bloop right over the infield there.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I'm just gonna, I'm gonna delete that real quick there and let it go. But yeah, it was a great call by Tony La Russa. That's why I'm not a manager.
And you know what? If you were, following Sox on Tap along with us tonight, and you saw any of your tweets or any tweets that you agreed with that were kind of getting quoted, ousted a little bit there, that was me just having some fun, and that's what we're doing here with White Sox baseball. We're having some fun with it. So that's what we were doing there. It's no personal attack on anyone there, because I agree with the way that they've been going right now. Jake Lamb probably would be the more viable option, left-handed bat.
I really thought it was going to be him.
It just with the way it's been and the way that Tony La Russa has utilized him too. You would think that he has a little more, trust in him to go to him there, but also probably playing the positions too, with who's available where and what they want defensively. Looking forward to the ninth inning. But all right, that was the Eaton sort of situation here. He gets the job done in his spot. He comes in, does it off the bench. So 3-1 White Sox there, and then our guy Buzz, Larry Legend, 2 RBI triple, baby. I love it. I gotta love it. I gotta shout it out here. That was it. That was the nail in the coffin here. Tim Anderson would hit a sac fly after that to bring Lurie home, make it 6-1, and that's what the final score of this game would be here. But man, Larry Legend, I love to see him come in that spot. I was ready with it as soon as he hit that, man. The picture of him with the bump box over his shoulder, cue up the ballpark mix. Let's go. That's exactly what I'm gonna be doing as soon as we're done with the show, Buzz.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I had to tweet out the picture immediately. It was nice because he had a part in the game too, or a point in the game, I'm sorry, where he could have drove it in and run it. It didn't work out for him. So it was nice to see him come up big there. We already had the lead, but he made he gave us insurance. Let's say that he built that lead up a little bit, where if Toronto was making a little bit of a comeback, they had to fight hard to come get us, going up 6-1 like that. So big spot for him. And there was no one in fucking right field. He put the ball where there was nobody. It was perfect. I thought my favorite part of that is how Eaton almost caught Grandal. Yeah. And I had talked some shit earlier about how the show needs to bump up Grandal from 0, because I had never seen Yasmani fucking run as fast as he did on that single today that he smoked.
Yeah. Yes.
I felt like he got to fucking first base so fast, Johnny. And then I'm like, oh man, they need to bump that rating up to like a 6 or a 7 from a 0, and that's out of 100 if people don't know the video game reference there. And then all of a sudden we get the Lurie triple. And fucking Eaton's on his ass. Come in, dump that. I'm just like, okay. I'm like, yep, no, I'm That was another bad take there.
Yeah. Well, but Buzz, you know what the thing is? I feel like early in the game, it's a little bit easier for Yasmani to get off and, at least get himself going a little bit so he gets there in a reasonable amount of time. But after you've been squatting on the knees for a good 7 innings, you're like, okay, well, yeah, I'm not being able to. I'm going to score anyway, so I don't need to fucking, really gun it towards home.
I feel terrible, but like I want me and you to make a video if we can. Of like when, try to fucking Photoshop or whatever you do, put the little trumpet in Eaton's hand as he's coming around the bases, and when Yaz is running doing the fucking Family Guy.
Yes.
You know what I'm talking about? Like, that's what I want to do so bad.
Yes. Stop. No one ever taught me about carbs.
That's all I could think of is when he rounded the base. It was like, oh my God, dude. Oh, Jesus. Oh, well, Tony called you Nostranani. I had some Buzzstradamus moments tonight, too. I think we are making a great team on the psychic end of things, John.
Yeah, Buzz. I mean, sometimes it happens. The thing is, sometimes I'm wrong, too. So I appreciate when people don't call me out on it.
Most of the time I'm wrong.
When I'm right on it, I do like the praise those. So thanks to Tony for the Nostranani comment in there. Buzz, last thing from this, because Liam Hendricks comes in, locks down the ninth. He let up a double with 2 outs there, but no problem able to get the guy after that. So just going to the bullpen, though, here. We talked about Carlos Rodon for a bit at the beginning, and definitely a absolute battle mentality by him, throwing 106 pitches, only going 5 tonight. But, like I said, gave his team a chance to win, and they obviously ended up winning the ball game. Let's talk bullpen a little bit, though, because Jose Ruiz comes in to start the 6th. No damage. This is a spot where everybody thinks that, yes, this could absolutely be a train wreck, and this thing could start to get out of control. But, hey, I need to give, as much as I dump on him when things go wrong, I need to give Jose Ruiz props here in this one. And then Evan Marshall, he comes in the 7th.
Big moment
for him. Big moment, man. That pickoffs are cool and tough, Buzz.
Oh, 100%. And you know what? Props to Madrigal on that too, man. He got that glove down right where it needed to be. Great throw, Marshall, but tag. Great tag by Madrigal there as well. So I was happy with that.
It was the whole the sequence. That's all teamwork right there. Because first of all, it's Marshall, looking in. He's looking in to get his signs per usual. And Yasmani drops the glove down, as the catcher is due, to signal that it's time to go and turn and throw to second base. Evan Marshall does that, spins, throws, puts his throw low, right where Madrigal can get it, and put the tag on the foot. So even if that, it's a close there, and, say, oh, well, the throw beat him. Yeah, you could say that. But as long as the tag is there, right as the spike obviously has the base first when you're coming back feet first there, that is what hits the glove first. And I think that was big there. So, yes, props to all of those 3 involved in that play and getting that out there. And then also Garrett Crochet. I know it was a 1-2-3 inning. But, man, I was looking at it earlier and, looking at home runs per 9, whatever. Everybody else has got a figure for it. Garrett Crochet doesn't, because this is a spot where a potent offense like the Blue Jays, I think, could come in and hit a home run in this spot to try and jumpstart their offense again. So Crochet, the bridge there, getting there. And then obviously the White Sox going and scoring all the runs in the Elite 8th that they had. Shout out to our episode title here. And Hendricks coming in to lock it down there. So those are my comments on the bullpen. Go ahead and elaborate further if you had any, but I just wanted to give props to a few guys in that sort of bullpen mix, especially after Rodon battled through 5.
I know people were hard on Marshall over the weekend. He pitched 2 days in a row there, Johnny, and I feel like every time he comes in on that second day in a row, he doesn't have the stuff that he does after a day of rest. But Evan Marshall's been absolutely fantastic. I know his ERA doesn't really show it, but his shit is there. And, with proper usage, he's still a dangerous piece to be in this bullpen. I want to throw that out there. I feel comfortable with Jose Ruiz now. I know it sounds crazy, but I do. I mean, Tony put him in a big spot again.
He throws hard. He does throw hard. I will say that.
He throws hard. If his command is on, I mean, shit. There's nothing I can complain about at all. Crochet is a guy I want to see a little bit more because I feel like consistency with him is going to be key. They're probably stretching him out. They're going to want to use him, for the majority, if not all, the whole season, obviously. But I mean, think about him. I mean, how many appearances has he had this year? Like 18, 7. Okay, I pulled it up now. 17. He's pitched 18 1/3. He's only let up 1 earned run this year. He's got a .49 ERA.
Yes.
I mean, Crochet's been great. I feel comfortable with the pitching, Johnny. I swear to God, if the bats would just be more consistent like they were tonight in our Elite Eighth, this is something that, I mean, we'd be talking about obviously we're going to fucking lose games. This isn't football where you can go undefeated, which is very hard, obviously, as well. But you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
you're going to lose
162. Your probability says you're going to lose X amount. Yeah.
Right. But I mean, it's a team when the bats are hot that I fear nobody with the lineup, with the starting rotation in the bullpen. I swear to God, I fear nobody. So if the bats would just heat up consistently, holy shit.
Yeah. And, this is all just without Luis Robert, without Eloy Jimenez. Obviously, we had Luis Robert for about a month, and then he went down at the very beginning of May. And Eloy Jimenez, we have been without him for the whole thing. So I think we need to give a little shout out to our guy, NWI Steve, who wrote an article for On Tap Sportsnet today and talking about the role players stepping up and doing jobs, and performing at a high level that we may not have expected. Maybe it's not sustainable. Sure, might not be. Jake Lamb's, whatever, WRC plus. It's probably not sustainable through, what he's had through 69 plate appearances this season. And
nice.
Billy Hamilton, his little stretch, of kind of carrying sort of the offense for that, like a Memorial Day weekend against the Orioles, like he did for that. And he had some big hits in clutch spots and getting his like F4 up to like, 0.5, like around like that area. So maybe that's not sustainable, but I think that those guys need the shout out. And that is why we feel so confident in this team, Buzz.
Yeah. I think that, Nani, with that being said, you see teams get unlikely help from unlikely sources. And I feel like you see that happen to good teams. I could think of, I know I'm not trying to compare them or anything like that, but I think about the 05 Sox. You got some unlikely help from unlikely people. It's just good teams that happens for. And I'm over the fucking moon about it. Just keep hitting the ball. Obviously, your pitching's working. And the Sox are sitting 14 over. I believe it's 14 over 500 right now.
Yeah, and it's a great spot to be in, and I love it, and especially playing in a game like tonight, Buzz. I really do. I think it was a playoff sort of mentality there, and I can't wait. Tony was out there tonight. We saw how amped up he was there when he joined us for the very beginning of this thing. I hope to be at that level tomorrow night, and hopefully taking home a White Sox winner too, because I will be at the ballpark tomorrow night. So wrapping this thing up, you got final thoughts from this game, this 6-1 win, and before we move into the Wednesday night middle game of the series preview.
My final thoughts are I'm just glad the team stuck with it. Didn't get discouraged that Robbie Ray was mowing them fucking down. Once Vaughn got it catapulted with the home run there, it changed everything. That and the pick. The pick there changed everything. So, I mean, it takes one moment to change the juju of the game, and we got to see that tonight, and we got to fucking get a nice definitive White Sox winner.
Yeah, absolutely, too. Pivotal moments, and I think that's big, too. And then also, I guess my general takeaway here, because we kind of just dissected most of the specifics here. Shout out to Andrew Vaughn just for coming in clutch and providing the tying run, and then technically the game-winning run, because I always like me and Tony, when we're on here, we're in hockey slang always. The game-winning goal is always a big thing there, but we talk about the game-winning run, try to apply it over here, too. We drove in the game-winning run. It was Andrew Vaughn with the sac fly going deep, and that could have been a grand moment. It could have been a grand slam for him. How awesome would that have been? Home runs and back-to-back at bats. But either way, so shout out to him. But second of all, once you get into a team's bullpen, and I feel like honestly not too many teams are that much better than the White Sox when it comes to the bullpen there. So as once you get into a team's bullpen, even if the starter is mowing you down like Robbie Ray did tonight, you are able to beat these teams as long as you're able to string together some sort of semblance of offense. So I think that was my biggest takeaway from here, Buzz.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I definitely love that takeaway. I mean, like I said, man, I'm just cloud nine after a win like that, and let's go get him again tomorrow, Johnny. Who's on the mound tomorrow?
Yeah,
I'm gonna let you introduce this one because your boy might be up tomorrow.
Yeah, that's right. It's fucking Lance Lynn Day. I love it. You know me. I love Lance Lynn. I've always been huge about it ever since the trade went down, but I love him. And I've been to, it's nice. I've been able, this is going to be my fourth Lance Lynn start that I'm seeing going to the game tomorrow in person. Obviously, I've watched all of them that he's had, whether it be on TV when you're on the road or a game that I'm not at, but this will be my fourth time in person seeing him. So I'm excited to. Obviously, the home opener was huge, going the complete game. That was awesome. A great introduction to to the south side for Lance Lynn. But he'll be going up for the White Sox, and Alek Manoah for the Twins, kind of a prospect for them, fifth rated in their system, according to MLB.com. And he has been kind of up and down. Had a good outing his first time around, got knocked around a little bit a second time. So we're hoping the White Sox, he's a right-handed starter, but either way, hoping the White Sox are able to continue the trend of him getting touched up a little bit here, Buzz.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, all I could think about is, unfortunately, what the Blue Jays are feeling right now. I don't feel bad for them. I do think that their feelings are probably very, very hurt and scared because they just had to go face Carlos Rodon, and now they have to take on Lance Lynn tomorrow. That is a fearsome duo to go back-to-back against.
For the beard, baby.
It is a fucking duo to try to go up against. And Lance Lynn has been absolutely fantastic this year, Johnny. 1.23 ERA, 58 and 2/3 innings pitched here, 63 strikeouts to 17 walks. I mean, just Lance Lynn, man. It's going to be a good one tomorrow. It's going to be a good one.
Yeah, and like you said, you talk about a fearsome duo to go up against, and this is not, I don't want to take away from Lucas Giolito, Dylan Cease, or Dallas Keuchel, any of these guys, but just where we are at this point, Carlos Rodon and Lance Lynn are your two best starters this year. Can you agree?
Yeah, there's no arguing there. I don't care about stuff. I mean, I do care about stuff, don't get me wrong, but if you look at the overall body of work, how could you say they're not? You can't make an argument that they're not. And I want Dylan Cease and Lucas Giolito to be the men going forward because Lance Lynn, he's in a contract year here. He's not guaranteed to be here next year.
Mm-hmm.
I want those guys to be the best. But right now, the best are two guys that are on essentially 1 year deals here.
I'm just saying to date. Yeah. That's what it's been so far this season. And you look at trends from the 2021 season so far. And it don't get any easier for the Blue Jays here on Wednesday night. And they do have a potent lineup. So I will still expect to see some hits, probably some runs too. I would not be shocked if the Blue Jays were able to touch Lance Lynn for 2 to 3. But it's on the flip side of the coin, Buzz. I think the White Sox are capable of putting up runs to match them and exceed them on the other side. You agree?
Right. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Going up against a guy who's, he's, what is he, 1-0, he said? He's only pitched 9 1/3. I mean, young cat, man. Prospect guy. Sox coming off a huge win tonight. Bats are going to be rolling. I mean, and let's think about it. We touched up Robbie Ray when we hit a home run off of him. That was the only time we got to him. We got to right-handed pitching. That's where most of our runs came in tonight, if I'm not wrong. So from their bullpen. So we'll see what happens. I'm all about it, man. He's in trouble. I feel bad for him. He's in trouble.
Yeah, and that's the thing too. You think about it, when I look at guys that are coming up and they're still fresh within their MLB career. This gonna be a third start, I believe. For Manoah, the Blue Jays starter on Wednesday night here. Think about how rough some of the early goings were for Lucas Giolito, for Reynaldo Lopez, for Dylan Cease, for some of these guys that came up for the White Sox. And we were thinking shit. We know it's a long haul for this, but early on, you might have some growing pains there. I hope the White Sox can inflict a lot of those growing pains on this guy for Toronto on Wednesday night, Buzz.
That's what I'm hoping too. Get to him early, get to him quick, get that bullpen back in, take advantage of it. That's what they need to do, and I'm pretty sure they're going to. I think that the Sox know that this is a big series. Toronto is a very good team with a lot of young talent on it. Missing talent again, like I pointed out in the beginning of the episode, due to injury. But you still have a lot of talent. Get to them right away. Show them what your bats could do. We know what the pitching can do.
Yeah, I agree. And I think we will see a higher scoring ball game. Obviously, this thing the White Sox were able to get up to the 6-run mark later on in this game, but obviously that didn't come until the 8th inning, like we'd mentioned earlier in the show. But I would expect maybe a little bit earlier on Wednesday night, just given the pitcher on the mound for the Blue Jays there. So, hopefully the White Sox are able to give us a little more assurance early on, because as much as those are exciting, and sure, we're all amped up and fired up after those against a guy that is a younger guy, a prospect type sort of pitcher, you would hope that you're the one in command of the game. You agree?
No, absolutely. Absolutely. Do it quick. Like I said, do it quick. Get on them quick, man. Leave no doubt. That's exactly what needs to happen. Leave no doubt. Get on them. Win the series.
Yeah, and burn their bullpen too, because there's still another game after that on Thursday. It's a 3-game set here on the south side. So you already used a little bit of that up tonight with them having to go to a couple of other guys. And sure, maybe they didn't throw as long of outings, but hey, if you can do that tomorrow night and set them up for failure, set the other team up for failure on Wednesday in the finale, I would love to see it. So that's about all I've got looking ahead to this. Other than that, it's fucking Lance Lynn Day, baby. Crank up the ZZ Top. Fear the Beard. Go and buy yourself a Fear the Beard shirt at ontapsports.bigcartel.com. I'll be wearing it out at the ballpark. I'll take a few more pictures of it so people can see it if they have it. We'll post the link again. Go and get yourself a Fear the Beard shirt because Lance Lynn is cool and tough. This might be the only year that we have him on the south side. Obviously, I hope they extend him. You know me, you know my feelings on him. But man, while we have him here, it's a great shirt to wear in summer. It's white. It keeps you cool. It's not black, so it's attracting the heat or anything like that. Out at the ballpark, got a nice outline of Lance Lynn. Fear the Beard underneath it, 33 on the cap. It's a great shirt, Buzz.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. You got to go pick it up right now. Go pick it up right now. Go to ontapsportsnet.com. Go to the shop section. You'll find it immediately. Go check it out. Nani, who is your pick to click tomorrow?
Yeah, pick to click. Looking ahead tomorrow. I mean, it's so easy for me to go and go with this guy because he's so good. But Yohan Moncada, man, I have to. I just have to because I think he atones for that situation in the 7th inning. And if you think that doesn't bother him, it does. It does because he wants to be that guy. And he's the team leader in F4. He's up there in OBP, like you had mentioned, all these categories here. He's making an all-star push. He's making a friggin' MVP push if we're being realistic here. Talking about what he could do if he keeps piling up numbers and statistics. So I think Yohan Moncada's got a little something to prove, especially after that 7th inning AB. So what about you? Who you got?
I am going to actually go Nick Madrigal tomorrow. I just feel like he's put the bat on the ball pretty well. I'm gonna go Nicky Slaps tomorrow, man. He's gonna do something big tomorrow. I don't know if it'll be a home run, but he's gonna drive in some runs tomorrow.
I love it. I love Nick Madrigal pick too. He seems always pretty safe when you're talking about consistency of doing that. But I think a Yohan Moncada bat trap is in the works. So I'm hoping to see that in person.
Absolutely. I want to see it from TV. I will not be there tomorrow. I might be there Thursday. It's all up in the air at this point. We'll see what happens, but that's the plan right now.
Yeah, so that's all I've got, man. Like I said, Lance Lynn shirts on ontapsports.bigcartel.com, or you can just go to ontapsports.com, click the shop link, and it's there. And our another thing too, segments really quick before we close out, and you get to our housekeeping. We'll end this up here, Buzz. We won't keep you all night here, but segments here for this cool shit we saw in White Sox land. Tailgating could possibly be back. I know 100% capacity is coming back. Season ticket holder email went out, so that's awesome. Great to see the full ballpark experience back on June 25th. That's when that will start. So hopefully tailgating is back. We will hopefully have that there. But along with the Fear the Beard Lance Lynn shirts, you can go and check out Lot B Tailgate Crew shirts at ontapsports.bigcartel.com or at ontapsportsnet.com and the shop tab up at the top there. So that's my kind of cool shit here for the end of this show segment wise.
I told you I got a bunch of those mini grills from my dad, those portable ones that we could just crush up and throw away. Tailgating comes back. You already know what time it is.
Yes.
Good foods, good drinks, good tunes, man. Exactly what we're doing. Throw some bags, show people how to tailgate, because I don't care what anybody says. We are the kings of the tailgate. You find us anywhere we're allowed tailgate in this city, you will find us, whether that's at Guaranteed Rate Field or at Soldier Field. That's where you will always find us, having a great time, making the best goddamn food, having the best damn time. I can't wait to tailgate again. That is something that is on my radar big time.
Yes, I cannot wait, and I hope it's back. They obviously have not announced the safety and protocols, code of COVID protocols, so to say, for that. But when you're coming back to 100%, you would imagine that the full amenities of the ballpark, meaning Craft Cave, Rev Brew Lounge, all of the everything, I would imagine fundamentals gets reopened back then, if they're not having any sort of distancing or anything like that at all, and with vaccination rates climbing. So I think it's setting up well for getting back to normalcy here at the end of June, Buzz. That is the cool shit that's going on in White Sox land. That's our last segment here tonight. I ain't got anything else. Go ahead and wrap her up.
Everybody be sure to go to ontapsportsnet.com for all your Chicago sports literature and podcasting needs. Following us on Twitter at Sox On Tap, at On Tap Sportsnet. Following Jonnie at Nani Johnny and me at Buzz On Tap. Anywhere you can listen to podcasts, you can listen to us. 5-star rating and review because that's cool and tough. Check out Grandstand. Go to grandstandsox.com or follow them on socials at Grandstand Sox to get any White Sox apparel that you may want. So check those guys out. We'll be back tomorrow after the White Sox hopefully get another winner against the Toronto Blue Jays. White Sox forever.
Sorry, White Sox forever.